Hi, I'm John Coburn and I'm a Canadian artist. My main inspiration for 30 years has been New York, and that started when I was 9 years old. This is the painting I did, my very first oil painting ever of the Statue of Liberty. Then I went back as an art student at age 17, 18 and went 3 times. But it was actually standing in the Museum of Modern Art right there and then I realized I was going to be an artist the rest of my life.
New York City man, New York City man.
I've done 4 books on the city, one on hotels, one on Central Park, one on New York neighborhoods, and one on September the 11th. I took a flight down to Manhattan and ended up finding myself at Ground Zero, about 10 blocks north of the site. It was all barricaded off, but some construction guys walked out of a door and I walked in and the door slammed behind me, and I thought, well, I'm here, I guess I'll continue on. And walked 10 blocks south and started drawing. The book was designed in New York. It was for nothing. It was printed for nothing in Canada. It was bound in Canada for nothing. And then FedEx sent it out to all the families for nothing.
I don't care where you're from, 'cause this town was made on island love.
Hey John, it's Sam calling. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning. Sorry to phone this late. But that thing you said about not paying rent for cleaning the bathroom? Well, don't worry about rent anymore because the whole building is burnt down to the ground. Everything's gone.
Well, it was 10:25. If someone goes 1 block west to Dovercourt.
Sean tell me is documentary or pictures for 7-Eleven.
But inside were all the drawings, all the originals, all burned around the edges and water stained, but intact.
Rosemary Kane was the woman that said, if your little book can help 4 people remember my son George, I think it would be worthwhile sending the book out. And there is George.
He was so happy. He was so motivated. And he taught me a lesson. I learned a lesson of life from my own son.
As an artist, it would be very special for me to finish this film in New York next September, where all of these originals that have been in a portfolio in a sacred place in my studio since the fire, I'd like them to be shown for the first time in New York at a gallery, whether it's in the MoMA or a little building down at Ground Zero, or it doesn't matter where, somewhere in Manhattan. And we'll invite the families that have been involved with Healing Hearts. And there, in that room, we can share some more. And that will be an appropriate place to finish the film. So, if you're sitting here watching this and considering perhaps being involved with this film, I can tell you that it will not happen unless we have some champions who believe in this. And I think that it just might be It might just be a 9/11 anniversary film that might just be a little bit more meaningful than just another picture of an airplane going into a building. And all the little names in that book that aren't with us anymore, that used to be smiling faces, I think that we have a chance to share a lot of love and a lot of respect for their lives and what the families of 9/11 can share about healing, about all the people out there that are dying in the war, or maybe it's an accident, maybe it's just about healing. So think about that.